Welcome to the Dynamic Documentation Features Overview. In the next few minutes, we will review what dynamic documentation is and how some of its features will enhance your daily charting workflow. Dynamic documentation automatically pulls data from the patient's chart, including allergies, chief complaint, diagnosis, medications, measurements, orders, problems, and vital signs. These pull into the note where appropriate. This is an example of a provider view. As you can see, it is designed to help a provider document in a streamlined fashion. You start at the top with chief complaint and move through all of the other details, adding additional information, tagging, and eventually creating your note. In this presentation, we will visualize a few new features and review some current functionality, which includes auto text, smart templates, and tagging. The helpful features of adding in auto text and smart templates make the documentation process much smoother for providers. Both features are not new to most of you, but we will briefly review them and how they can be integrated into your dynamic documentation workflow. As a basic example, we would like to start here in the subjective history section and click on the Manage Auto Text icon. You see two main options with auto text. The first is to build your own custom, and the other option is to use the pre-built auto text and smart templates in our catalog. An example of a template here is the COMA score or a pre-built adult physical exam that will both bring in all the data from previous charting. Here in this section, I will show you my custom auto text of patient presents. I just have to start by typing my abbreviation of comma patient and it appears. I just simply press enter and it will be included in the section. Another example is that of the adult physical exam that we saw pre-built in the catalog. As you will notice, spelling the abbreviation correctly, including punctuation and capitalization, will ensure that your search works correctly. Now I have not only included pre-built phrases, but also patient data that has already been captured. Tagging is a new feature in dynamic documentation that provides the ability to pull tag content into your note. This would be a bit like cutting and pasting. This functionality only works with free text from a report, textual rendition, or existing notes and labs. First, we will tag a few lab values. Select as many labs as you want and then click on the tag button. Also, text, for example, from previous notes can be tagged and added into our note. We will scroll down to the document section and pull a phrase from a previous documented emergency department note. We will just click the ED note to open and highlight a phrase we would like to tag within the note. Once the phrase is highlighted, we just right-click and select Tag. Again, the natural progression of the workflow in Page is to end at the note creation. You will see pre-built notes, and in our example, we are going to create a free text note. So we will just click Select Other Note. We will choose the note type of a progress note and then choose the free text note template on the right. In our note, we can use all three features that we have demonstrated. You can again use your auto text, smart templates, and even your tag items. To pull in our tagged items, you just pull them over from the left-hand side. In this example, we will pull over a few of our lab values as well as our previously tagged text from the note. You have 4 options when completing your note. The first and most widely used would be to sign and submit your note. You can also save and come back to the note, save and close if you're stepping away from charting, and you can of course always cancel your note. The most important thing is to only create one note. You don't want to create multiple notes for the same thing. When you click Sign Submit, an additional verification window pops up. In this window, you can also send this note to review to another provider and even start to build a provider letter from this window. To fully sign the note, just click Sign. Your notes will always live in the documentation section. This note, since it's been signed, will have the status of Final Report. If needed, you can modify the report by clicking on the Modify icon. Here you can add an addendum, and after that modification, the note will have a Document Contains Addenda status. Again, the end goal is to only create one note, and if needed, it can be further modified. Thank you for joining me to learn more about dynamic documentation and its features. Stay tuned for more information in the coming months about its implementation and your scheduled training.